Ridge Runner blades. Let's get everything up and going here. Make sure old Instagram.
I'm not seeing it on Instagram.
Let's see. Instagram is not going to be going live.
It's not?
Nope.
Okay.
It's being weird. It's trying to cut it. That's okay. Instagram's going to miss out.
I'm not seeing it on Facebook either.
Should be.
Might be me.
Should be working.
Okay, yeah, now I see it's live.
See it now?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep, I can see me.
If you guys that are joining, hey Tony, how's the audio sound? How does it sound? Tony Bologna, but I call him Tony Baloney.
Tony Bologna.
Call him Tony Baloney. If he lived in the South, that would be his name. He's like Montana man or Idaho man or something.
Montana or Idaho.
5x5. He's got us. Well, guys, we got something fun to talk about today. I think we touched a little bit on it last night, but this is Mr. Taylor with Black Feather Designs.
What's up?
Yeah. He's a man of many words, so as you'll find out. But Taylor has, I explained last night to these guys, what's up, DH? I explained to them that you were running Ridge Runner when I bought it. But you had taken kind of a break from the knife making world for a little bit. And I bought Ridge Runner and he quit the same hour.
Same day.
And he actually just didn't want to sell guns and all that stuff. He was there for the knives. And since the knives were getting pulled out of the store where Ridge Runner originated, he went back to building knives, which didn't take too much convincing, and you'll see why.
I'm having a lot more fun.
I bet you are.
I get to make a huge mess every day.
Hey, where'd you get this?
I had that one tucked in the bag. It's already sold.
What the heck?
But I wanted to show it because this is
Oh.
probably my favorite knife
No
that I've ever
joke.
made.
We'll save it for last.
Okay, save it for last.
Save it for last. What's up, DH? How's things going in your world? So we got some really cool stuff to show you today. Told Taylor to come over so we could talk about this stuff, and he showed up. So why don't we get into it? If there's anything you guys want to see, or again, if you have questions, we can see you right here on the screen. So not you. What's up, Empty? Good morning. Good morning. All right, Taylor, where should we start? What model should we start with?
Let's start with the bluegill because
The
only one of
bluegill.
those.
Yeah. All right.
Bluegill is underrated.
It's
in
not
my
underrated.
opinion.
It's amazing. Look at
And
this.
it's the only Ultim handle I'm ever going to do,
That's what I told
probably.
him.
So I don't know the specs of my own knives, but I do know that it's ADCR V2 and Ultim scales on this one. I don't know the length. It's a very small
I forgot my
knife.
tape measure again. Good gosh.
Yeah, I usually have one, but I don't. But it's a small knife.
Yeah.
But it fits well in big hands too, because I have extra large
You
hands.
do have. He has gorilla hands.
And it fits really well with that swell at the back of the handle. So,
Vincent Angel chimed in. Hello, Taylor.
what's up, Vince? How are you, man?
So, check it out. This is the Bluegill Ultim Scales. It's the only one I have right now. I have one of the prototypes to this knife that I actually use at the shop. It's a fantastic little EDC blade.
I love it. I love
It's a
that
good box opener with that
shape.
tip.
Yeah.
And you kind of can get a little bit of little pry action on the back.
Yeah. Don't pry with your knives, everyone.
DH said he had the sharpener out early. Well, DH, if you don't have one of these guys, you need to get one. We started carrying them in the store. It's the HCO Strops. You'll be using your sharpener a lot less.
I can't see what that says.
I can see it.
Okay.
You blind?
Yeah.
Tony Bologna says, got an awesome vintage look to the hand. The hand looks great. The handle looks great.
Yeah, probably
It
the...
does. I mean, when was that stuff really originated?
It's not super old. I think the reason it looks vintage is probably because I didn't put a liner on it, and you can see the tang under the scales. It's kind of unique.
But Ultim, so Overton Windex told me that Ultim is what they used as crush washers in the A10 engines.
Yep, and I think Mitsubishi is who developed Ultim.
Really?
Yeah, they don't use it much anymore.
It's one of my favorite materials, and Taylor says he'll never do it again, but what does he know? He doesn't.
I don't know anything. Yeah, I mean, if I find a better way to work it, my first time using it, it's really hard to work with.
Yeah.
The material is
But
super hard.
It's not just looks for me. This thing gets very grippy. It's very tacky material.
Even though it's polished,
Even
it
though it's
kind of
polished.
it kind of feels tacky, but it's not at the same time.
Yeah, I mean it is fantastic. Really reasonable. What is this thing?
$250. Yeah.
$250.
Yeah,
Guys,
ADCRV2.
ADCRV2, $250 with a Kydex sheath, with Ultim, too.
Yep, across
Should
the
charge
board.
extra $100 for that. But and as a whole, that is usually a big upcharge.
Yeah, yeah.
When people
Ultim
use
is
Ultim.
an upcharge on
I think
most
you understood
people.
why.
Yeah,
So, fantastic little blade. I love it. And it really, the way you did the little swell back here at the
Yeah.
back, you get a good purchase on the knife. Yeah, empty the handle is sweet. So there is one of these available right now at Ridge Runner Blades. Now I'm going to tell you guys in the live stream, this is valid only during this live stream, okay? Only during the live stream, November the 14th, 2024, or today, 11/14, when you buy any one of Taylor's knives that he made, I want to include a free ounce of silver with any purchase.
had to buy one of my own knives.
That's a good deal. So I don't mark knives down. I don't put knives on sale, but that's a little special thing that I want to do. This is a brand new thing for us, and you get a free ounce of silver. All you have to do is put in the order notes Taylor Silver, and you will get a free ounce of silver.
That was my singer name, Taylor Silver.
I thought you were going to say something totally different.
No, we're live. I'm gonna be tame. We're live. I don't want to get us canceled or banned or
Yeah,
anything.
no canceling today, please. So, Ultim, it's called the Bluegill. Look on the site. None of these knives come with a belt loop. Also, if you put in the description, hey, I want a belt loop, I'll send you one for free.
So yeah, the belt loops pretty much fit on all these.
They do.
But also Ulti-Clip. The reason I didn't
Ulti-Clips,
put anything on these because everyone wants something different. It seems like,
Yep.
and whatever I go
Everyone's
with,
throwing stuff
someone's like, "I wish it was
Yeah.
the other way."
Just saying, introductory thing today
Yeah.
only. Free ounce of silver, and if you want a belt loop, put it in the description. I'll put one.
But these all are set up to take an Ulti-Clip, and if you're
Yeah.
going to buy one, I recommend the Slim 2 XL.
Yeah.
It's the long one, and you can adjust how deep
Is it
you
Slim
carry
3
it.
or Slim 2?
I think it's a Slim 2. I think
Slim
I have
2.
one on this
You know what?
knife. That is not the Slim
That
2.
is a Slim-
No. Slim 2, or maybe it is.
That's the 2. Yeah, that's the 2.
Yeah, the XL, though, has the longer
The 3
shank on the bottom.
has
3.
3.
That's the
Ulti-Clip
best
3.
one to get, is the Ulti-Clip
Yeah.
Slim.
DH, now today is your chance to get a knife and silver at the same time. I
Great
mean,
deal.
I don't know if you've looked at Spot lately, but it's $40 for a round right now.
It's going up.
Golly dang, it's going up. All right, let's move on. What's the next?
How about the GAR? I really like the GAR.
Oh yeah,
So we got 3, I think.
Yep,
3
So he
different
actually
GARs.
not all of them are on the website yet. He just literally
Yeah.
brought me some more.
So we got some AEBL, some stainless GARs.
Some 2 stainless ones.
First one with scales, and then basic GAR with the jute, which is my favorite.
Look at this.
I love the jute wrapped stuff.
The jute is. Don't let that fool you guys. I'll be honest with you. I was a little wary of the jute initially, but it has an amazing feel, and it's so thin and light. I mean, it's just it balances so well for somebody that's going to carry one every day.
Oh yeah,
That's
super
so light.
concealable.
And you want something concealable and light, but also extremely grippy, guys. This is your knife.
There's one more GAR too from the original
Yeah,
run.
this is from the original run, and this was made. This is kind of special. It was made to go in this offensive industry. sheath.
yeah.
And so it's a little smaller. You got that one out.
Yep, this one's a little bit smaller.
And it's
but-
ADCRV2.
Yeah, ADCRV2 and the Offensive Industries sheath with this one.
Yeah.
I'm
an
gonna
expensive
have
sheath.
it is. They're like $70, but
Yeah.
these sheaths are awesome. I'm gonna have more of these eventually for the
Yeah.
GARs. They're ambidextrous.
So this one was a little bit smaller. It was made for this like pocket sheath. And if you pocket carry, this is a fantastic sheath.
I love
'Cause it's totally ambi. You can put the knife in there either way and put it right in your pocket. And I honestly like these clips.
Yeah,
I like
discrete
these,
carry
I
clips
like
are awesome.
The discrete carry clips, I like them better than I do the Ulti clips personally. But That's me. That's a personal opinion. That's why you don't put stuff on knife.
Exactly.
just pick what they
Exactly. Everyone's got different opinions.
Check that out. Talk about me. Now, what was the inspiration behind this, Taylor?
So a lot of my friends are into the offensive, defensive pocket carry knives,
Offensive,
and I've
defensive.
never been into them. They all just look so tactical. Everything's just blacked out, kind of chintzy looking, in my opinion. You know, just it doesn't look handmade.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make something that has that handmade, rustic looking and feel to it, but still have that same capability of a lot of those other knives. And just because it's tactical doesn't mean there's not useful applications. That recurve grind in there is great for cutting cordage and stuff.
Oh,
It
yeah.
works really well.
It's really good for cutting cartilage and
And fingers.
fingers, too.
It is not a finger choil.
So we got Chase from Switzerland in the chat. What's up, Chase? Need some American-made goodness. But, guys, these two bigger ones, I want to show you. They do come. This one is not on the website yet. He just brought it. So hold off or send me an email if you want the jute wrapped one. Both of them is the same price. This one retails with stainless, with the ABL, which is the sharpest steel.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, ABL.
Yeah,
It's
ABL,
very
yeah.
sharp, yeah.
Yeah.
It gets really sharp. I love how you can get it really thin and sharp.
But
Huge fan.
Check that out. That swedge, and you could actually sharpen that if you wanted to.
You could.
If you wanted it, but you really don't need it.
Yeah, and lots
That
of
is-
states don't let you have double edge.
Oh,
That's why
who
they're
cares
not
about that?
double edge sharpened.
Who cares about that?
Some
But it's
people.
not. You really don't need it because I mean the way this is designed. If you stick that straight into something,
Yeah, something.
it is going to. The way that this is designed, it's gonna penetrate just fine.
Yeah, it's
you're
kind of in that
yeah.
bayonet
it
tip
is.
type.
But look at that grind. I love those compound. Is that considered a compound grind?
I would consider it because it's
Yeah.
two different grinds. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's
simple.
easy to sharpen though.
It is.
It's
Just
really
drop
easy to
it.
sharpen. Guys, these things are razor blades. They are sharp.
Yeah, zero grind edge on the recurve like a Scandi, and then a flat grind or a saber grind. I'm sorry, on the front portion.
Saber. What's
These
the
are
difference? Come on, tell.
saber
educate
is not all the way to the spine, so saber
see.
would be like a halfway flat grind.
us. I see. So okay.
Yeah,
And then you have a secondary bevel.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
secondary
okay.
bevel.
So it's like a Scandi with a secondary bevel.
yeah, pretty
basically.
much.
Okay. Cool.
So usually saber is halfway up the height of the blade.
That is slick.
I love that knife though. It's probably the strangest knife that I've designed, but it really
Oh,
fits
it's one
well.
of my favorites.
I love it.
That's one of my favorites. I love this jute wrap, man. The jute really, and I mean, you've got this like coated in epoxy or something.
Yeah,
don't you?
so
Like
I
soaked in
painted epoxy on it, so
Yeah.
I don't want it to move.
It's
that
not
was the
gonna
main
move, and
thing.
it's not going to tear up.
Yep,
I mean,
it's pretty
very
tough.
durable. Is this some of that stuff that Joe brought back from the?
No, I am gonna do more with that. It's
Yeah.
called Chambira.
Chambira.
It's the hand woven cordage from the Amazon. I did one with that, and it was gone immediately.
This stuff is super comfortable.
I love it.
So just so you guys remember, we just had some people join us today only during this stream. If you buy one of these knives, put in the notes Taylor Silver,
Taylor
And,
Silver.
and you get a free ounce of silver with your order.
I think
free
this one
ounce round.
goes in this sheath. I think.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Yep. I really like this knife though, man. That right there, the little bit of jute up there in the front.
I'm gonna do more like that.
I
I
like
think.
that a lot, and it really makes it lock in the sheath
Yeah,
really well. Like, and it's quiet. Like when you put it in there, it's
Mhm.
nice quiet.
except for the snap.
Except for the
That's
snap.
some good
But,
retention.
yeah, it is good retention. I like it a lot. So,
I love the Gar. For someone who's not a tactical knife guy,
Yeah.
it's tactical enough
It's tactical
without
enough.
looking the part.
If you wanted something, grab this little ADCRV one because, I mean, that's a fantastic little box opener, people opener, animal opener, whatever you need to open.
And it's not much smaller. It's
not
really
much
like
smaller.
not even a half an inch,
It's not much at
probably
all.
like a quarter of an inch
But
smaller.
if you want
so.
to pocket carry one, that would be
Yeah.
a good one to pocket
Yeah,
carry.
absolutely.
Chase says, went to the Victorinox factory today, going back tomorrow to spend way too much money.
I love Victorinox stuff.
So
I've got quite a few.
We're going to be carrying Victorinox as soon as we get our brick and mortar open. They are pretty.
So I don't get mixed up here.
Battle Chemist. Battle Chemist is actually a battle chemist.
What is a
It is,
battle
wait.
chemist?
Well, he's a chemist. and he knows things. He's actually a
Interesting.
chemist.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's very smart. He likes Harbor
Smarter
Freight.
than Harbor Freight. So do
He's a
I.
very Harbor
Who
Freight.
doesn't like Harbor Freight though?
The bluegill is sweet, empty, and it's the only one I've got. So it's really sweet. It is. It's a very good. You could pocket carry that too.
Oh, yeah.
So easy.
Pocket
Like,
carry, net
I like
carry,
that paddle like that. It's
on the
really
belt.
Cool. All right, Uari.
Yeah, I love
This
the
is
UR.
probably your favorite. this is
It's
one of your-
really
And this
close
is
to
kinda
my
where a lot of
favorite.
It started. Too.
It is. It
So-
is.
This is where a lot of it started. This, and it's honestly, this is genius. I don't know if you saw this somewhere else or you come up with it yourself, but look at these guys here. The knife, the scales on the knife are actually Kydex wrapped in jute. It keeps this knife light, man.
Yeah,
It's very light.
a
Oops,
little
let me
bit
get the
more
purpose there.
thickness in the hand
So-
too.
The Kydex and the sheath match. Look at that. Is that not sick? I love that, man.
So it actually was my idea.
Okay, I thought it probably was.
I got the idea from the Japanese type wrapped
Yeah.
handles with the ray skin under it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I've been dabbling in that a little bit, and I thought, why hasn't anyone put the printed Kydex under the wrap before? But I wanted to do some more of the jute wrap,
Yeah.
and that one's got bank line on it too. The
Yeah,
black
that's-
one's the bank line.
They're so light, and I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. I mean,
And then we have a modified Uari also.
Modified,
It's a
yep.
little bit bigger.
flat ground.
Yeah, flat ground AEBL, little bit bigger. Pretty much the same knife though,
I think
just
we should
upsized.
come up with a new name for this one.
The bigger one,
The bigger one needs to be a different name.
different name.
So stay pending.
So I
think.
should make two different
or the
sizes
URI,
then.
URI XL. or
XL?
something. Yeah. Because
I was calling it the URI M.
It should be. You should have a bigger one like that. But guys, this thing, you talk about good for boxes, food prep.
Yeah,
What steel is this?
AEBL.
ABL.
And it's ground really high too,
Yeah.
so it's a super thin edge.
Look at that. These suckers, that ABL, man, is the
It
sharpest
gets sharp.
steel. And I don't know why. What is it?
I
Is it
don't know the
little-
composition of AEBL. That's a new steel for me as far
So,
as using
There was
goes.
some people asking me last night as far as like the durability of ABL, and it's a proven steel though.
Yeah.
I mean, across the board, people, there's a big community kind of around this particular steel. I know like WC, all
Yeah,
his knives are
yeah.
ABL, and we beat the crap out of them. So
I know that his knives are super tough, and I'm
Yeah.
sure we have pretty much the same heat treat
this one's
process.
ABCRV,
Yeah, 80 RV2 on the
Yeah.
Scandies.
and that kind of heat treat finish there.
Yeah,
That is so cool. It matches up so well. I love this knife, which I'm a sucker for Scandi
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
That knife right there.
I'll have
is
more
sick.
Scandies soon. Don't worry.
Yeah, but with the Kydex, well, I mean, it's so cool. Like the matching Kydex. Look at that. That's just awesome, man. I love the bank line too.
Yeah, the bank line was a cool idea too. People wanted like a black wrap.
It's so classy,
So-
as Battle Chemist says. That is so cool. I keep looking at it, and not paying attention to where I'm. But check that out, guys. So that is the Uari.
In the URI modified.
Uari XL. Or
XL.
whatever we're going to call it.
Yeah.
But this thing is slicey.
I may
mean,
do all the XLs in a flat grind.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
Whew, that thing is sharp.
I'm a flat grind guy, but I do like Scandi.
But it's so light. That you're taking away all that weight. In the
And
front.
that one's a thicker stock too. That one's
Yeah.
5/32,
Yeah.
so it has more heft, but it's still really light in the hand.
It's so pointy. Okay, look at this.
That distal taper.
Yeah.
That's
That
why I
is
like flat
sweet.
grind so much. It tapers down to a
This
really
comes-
fine
what
point.
pattern is that?
That is Flecktarn, German Flecktarn.
German Flecktarn.
It's been really popular lately as a camouflage
it
pattern.
is.
It's kind of
That
hard to
and-
find stuff in that pattern.
That and the tiger stripe?
Yeah, tiger
And
stripe.
I think I already sold the tiger stripe.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah.
The tiger stripe one. Will you ever do a reverse Tano like the 940? That would be sweet. That's not really your thing, though, is it?
Let me look at this blade. I mean, I do a kitchen knife with this kind of a blade shape. I'm glad there was one of these sitting here. I had
Yeah.
to look at it. I do a kitchen knife called a K-tip in this shape. I don't see why I wouldn't ever do a knife with a reverse Tonto. It's not my thing for sure. I really like drop point, clip point.
Yeah. Grab one of those. I've got something here that would be that's already that we already carry in the store.
The Mamba.
The Mamba from down at. So this is the big Mamba, but this has that kind of reverse Tonto. This is fine. Okay. This is the bigger guy, and he has an EDC version as well. But it's
Maximus.
made by Maximus knives. So very similar. ADC RB2. This is a fantastic knife.
Oh yeah,
and they're cheap.
Yeah,
really cheap.
Small, lightweight, thin.
The big guy is like $235, and the EDC version is a little bit smaller.
Yeah,
but that's kind of answer what you're looking for right there, man. Let's see. We got some people in the chat here. Let's see what they say. We can stick that back over there. Oh, there it is. Let's see. We have. Oh, Battle says lots of surplus out there in Flecktarn.
Oh yeah, I've been looking. I'm gonna use some of the Flecktarn.
My daddy used to call me something like that, but it started with an R. I swear that's what he was saying though. That's probably what he meant.
I'm gonna have someone make me some Flecktarn Micarta with some old surplus stuff.
Heck yeah,
that's a cool idea for the future. But I love the Flecktarn and Rhodesian. All the Kydex here is them funky patterns that I like so much. And I finally found a good source for high quality printed Kydex with that on there.
Tony says, I can't get over the bluegill. Makes me sad someone else will get it. Well, I have Sezzle turned on all this stuff.
Yeah.
Or payment 0% interest.
Sezzle's awesome.
Sezzle is awesome. Man, people really do use that a lot.
Really?
Yeah. It's been, a lot.
I'm sure it makes it easier with the wife, Yeah,
well, some people like to keep things kind of separated out or whatever, and it's a good way to do that as far as PayPal too.
But don't worry, Tony, I am going to have 10 more bluegills about the first of the year probably. No more Ultim though yet anyway.
My phone was buzzing.
I can't read that one either.
Let's see, we have Jacob says, I really like that. What's the spine thickness of the what is the spine? Those are 1/8 inch.
Probably 1/8 inch.
Yeah, those are 1/8 inch. Yeah, or if you're talking about the
Mamba.
If you go underneath on the website, go to Maximus Knives underneath the menu, and look at the Mambas.
It's like 1/8 inch to me.
It's 1/8 inch.
Yeah,
it's gotta be.
1/8 inch is perfect for most knives.
Mike McAuliffe joins us over on Facebook, and he says, "What's up, fellas? What's up, Mike? I'm gonna be at Mike's house later." And Old at Heart says, "For those who ask permission to buy something," laughing.
He said Tony Silver on the coupon code. Taylor Silver.
Just put Taylor Silver. Don't put it in the coupon code. Just put it in the order notes. Just put it in the order notes, and I'll include it. There's a little place when you're checking out. Just put it in the order notes, or just say I want a round of silver with this order or something. Battle says, when I buy from Jason, I like to just drop the full amount, so I don't think I have more in my account than otherwise spent. Yeah. A bunch of these guys are Microtech guys.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I love the new Trudons.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to the other ones, the new ones are crazy nice.
I sent back a couple of the old Trudons. I think there was a problem with both of them.
Really?
But that's the first problem I've had out of those. The new Gen 3s, I haven't had one with an issue.
They weigh less, too. They're
weigh
lighter.
less, and they've got that new action, the Crud Cutter action. I think what it is it's looser inside until it tightens up at the end.
Yeah.
I think that's one reason. I think from looking at it, that's what it looks like. Kyle says, Taylor, I need my 50% code. Well, you come to the wrong place.
Good luck, Kyle.
Good luck. Good luck, Kyle.
I know Kyle.
Oh.
50% code.
I don't
have
any. You don't ask for discounts from your friends.
I don't have any, Kyle. Sorry.
Just plumb out. Plumb out the discounts.
Plumb out of discounts. Nope.
My bills. I asked for that on my bills one time, and no, I couldn't get one for there either.
You want to do this one next?
Yes. So this is one of my favorites. Guys, look at this. the Halifax.
So I forgot the other day when you asked me the name of this knife that I'd already named it, and then I hit you with Halifax. So now this knife is called the Halifax. So pretty full size grip. Trying to find the camera. There it is. I've got big hands, so it's a small knife, but a full size grip.
Mm-hmm. Slicey, man.
So AEBL on this one, harpoon tip. This is Westinghouse something. I can't remember what it's called. It's antique micarta.
Yeah, it's like it looks like a green.
It's like antique camo, but there is no actual antique camo micarta. So it's like green and black. But super cool. Thumb scallops. I love this knife. So it went from, I remember the original name for it was the Baden. But
I like
it's the Halifax now.
I like the
Halifax harpoon. And that works out pretty good.
Look at that harpoon tip. Yeah, kind of wiggle it back and forth like that so the light reflects.
Refractor.
Oh, we have a Run Gun here in the chat. He says 50% off code increases the original price by 200%.
Yeah.
And it takes off 50%.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
What's up, Doug?
There's Doug Holbrook. There's the old Dougie. So the Halifax.
Copper rivet. Yes, there's a copper rivet. I love copper.
Yeah.
For these ones that have just one pin in the front and then the tube in the back. I'll try to use either copper or brass for that, but copper is my favorite.
Look at that. You still have your lanyard hole in the back.
Yep.
Is that a micarta?
It is.
Micarta pin as well. Look at that.
But this whole entire knife, minus the blade, will patina really nice. That antique micarta, the more you use it, the better it looks.
Yep.
That's why I love using so much of the antique micarta stuff.
James says, that's my girl. I guess he's
What's up, Nish? Yeah. Another one of my friends jumping in.
Jacob says, did you see the live from Cody this morning talking about doing denim micarta? So I heard about that, Jacob, and that's a terrible idea.
It's out there.
It's out. It's already out there, but it doesn't look good.
No,
So,
it kind of turns black.
I need to send. I've got to update Cody a little bit on the denim micarta thing. We've already found a really good canvas micarta that's blue, and it's like denim.
Yeah.
It's just bigger, a little bit bigger. It looks so much better.
Yeah, the weave in it.
It just looks better. When you grind that denim down, it doesn't look good. I don't think.
No, I actually have some denim micarta, and it doesn't finish out the same way micarta does usually. I don't know if it's something in the denim itself.
It just doesn't look good. There we go. Yeah. So the Battle says the copper will get that gentle green patina and match the scales. Yeah, it will.
Yeah,
it actually will match the scales. Denim micarta is already a thing for sure.
Yeah.
Jacob says I'm not a smart man.
Me either. Don't worry.
You're a good company here. There's Adam and Stuff. Just joining. Adam and Stuff is from California.
Cali.
Yeah, it's
the other coast.
He has like 12 kids, and he's like 34, 35.
That's a lot to deal with.
I'm exaggerating both of those points probably a little bit. Yeah, he took that whole be fruitful and multiply thing
to heart.
To heart, yeah. He's a cool guy though. Adam and Stuff has a cool channel too.
I have to check it out. Is that on YouTube, I guess?
It's on YouTube, yeah.
YouTube.
So look at this.
Here's a neat one. This is a one-off. It is in between a puko and a tanto, like a Japanese tanto, and it's got a chisel grind. So only ground on one side, which I'm a big fan of.
What? I didn't even look at this. Really?
So the grind's all on one side, yeah.
Guys, this is sweet.
And it's very sharp too.
It's very sharp.
And that one's 80 CRV too.
Man. This one is 80 CRV too?
Yep.
Look at that. Only ground on one side. It's a chisel grind.
Some love it, some hate it. I'm a big fan of chisel grind stuff. Back in the days of seeing Jeremy Horton's knives everywhere, chisel ground.
That is sweet. This one is probably going to be right around the 270 mark.
I think so, yeah. 270, yeah.
But look at that. If you like Pukos, like Taylor here, he's a big Puko guy. Adam says, I'm slightly older, slightly less kids, but not much.
Not much.
It's not much either way.
Slightly less kids.
Yeah. Let's see here. Jacob says, hell, I thought I was crazy with 4 kids. Yeah, well, you know, some of us are more of a band than others.
Yeah. That's a lot of work, it sounds like to me.
That edge is for a left-handed lock.
It is left-handed, but I use it right-handed a lot
Yeah.
because with that chisel grind, it's still sharpened on both sides.
Yeah.
So it works better left-handed, but you can still use it right-handed. I use a chisel grind knife all the time. Most of my shop knives are chisel ground.
Jacob says, reminds me of a thinner version of an Emerson knife. They're mostly chisel ground.
Yep, lots of Emerson knives are chisel
And I feel
ground.
like I'm getting ready to get cut. That thing is sharp.
Yeah, be careful. You don't need to bleed on the fur
No.
here.
On the beaver. Don't bleed on the beaver.
Which one
Like
next?
it.
Oh, show them the Rhodesian Kydex too.
Rhodesian.
That's a Kydex camo pattern you don't see a lot. Is that Rhodesian? I love that stuff. That
Look
and
at
the
that.
Jungle Frog
Yeah,
print.
the Jungle Frog.
I love Jungle Frog,
Jungle Frog.
which is
yeah,
this one.
It's kind of like a really happy woodland.
Yeah. I love Jungle Frog.
That's cool though. I like that Rhodesian.
It would be a great skinning knife. I
Oh,
can read that one. from
DH
here.
has placed an order. Let's see what he got. All right.
Which one did he get?
Ooh, let's see. I've had a couple orders here. He got a Dogwood Customs Fish and Fowl
Oh, it's an excellent knife from
and
Dan.
a black feather good bluegill.
Oh.
Send some private silver.
Private Silver.
Good, cool knives.
You got two awesome
Thanks, man.
knives.
You
That
got
fish
two-
and fowl
that's
is
cool.
killer.
That's one of your favorite.
It
ones
is.
of Dogwood
It is.
Customs. Yeah.
It's so simple, and I love narrow blades, and that blade's super narrow.
Somebody, I can't remember, was it UDH on here last night that dove hunts? And they were talking about, they used the spur to,
That's
So,
probably a great knife
it
for
probably
that.
is. But I was like, so check out the fish and fowl. Like it is like that's what it's made for. Very, very nice. So this one is going to be going to
DH.
DH. I'm going to pick you out a special piece of silver just for you.
All right, we only got a
Let's-
couple more
let's
to
see
show here.
Reminds me of a mix between Puko and Yakut style.
Yeah, Yakut. That's the
Yakut,
one. Yeah.
sorry. I'm
So I actually have plans to make some of those,
really,
but I had to get my
I never can
forge
say
and
that right.
everything set back up. I'm a big fan of those. Those are one of those other old style knives that I'm really big on. I love all the like ancient and antique knife designs. I'm really big on that kind of stuff.
we said send pirate silver, not private silver.
Pirate silver.
All right. Adam says that Jungle Frog looks nice. It is nice.
I love Jungle Frog.
It
That's
is
got
nice.
some really good color to the
does.
Kydex.
This Kydex that you've been picking out is really cool.
Yeah, I finally found a really good source because the first batch I got, when you heated to press it, a lot of the color went away. So I didn't order from that company anymore. I can't remember what it's called. But this company that sells this stuff, I can crank the heat back up and none of the color goes away.
Jacob says, I really love the Foxfire you sent Cody. It reminds me of my Essie Azula 2 with a slightly thicker handle. Yeah, it is.
I love the Foxfire.
So
one of my
I'll
favorites.
put this on the stream, you guys. I have two, maybe just one or two of the Ridge Runner exclusive Foxfires that I over-ordered on out this last pre-order, so I'd have a few. I think I have one or two. If you want one, it's $250. You have to email me that you want one. First people to email me gets it.
Better
Gets 'em.
email them fast 'cause
Yeah.
those things are impossible to
They
get
are
now.
impossible to get, but I have two. I had three, one of them's already, so I've got to call the guy back. He's already want one. This is probably one of my favorite knives you make.
This is my first. Well, this is the only big knife design really in the lineup. I
So
don't call it a big
I'm a
knife,
sucker for big knives.
but this is like a field knife kind of
Yeah.
thing.
It is fantastic. It is
So
called
this is
Pisgah.
the Pisgah, and it is a full size knife. My hands make it look kind of small. It's kind of funny on the camera view here. So this is about a 5-inch blade. This one is distressed finished 80 CRV2 and some antique micarta. Again, I think it's the same stuff. Yeah, black and green with bow drill divot for all you bushcrafters out there.
bushcrafters.
Paper micarta pins. Really good grip on this knife.
And it just sold.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Pisgah did?
Yep.
Well, sorry. At least you guys can look at it.
Yeah.
So there's
we'll have
more of these
We'll
coming
have
too.
more.
Yeah. And it has Rhodesian Kydex as well.
Rhodesian Kydex.
I love it.
Yep, it's gone though. That one's gone.
That one's gone. I guess I better hurry up and make some more.
That's good. This is one. I mean, it really is, man. And let me just brag on Taylor just for a second. So I am typically not a huge flat scale person on bigger knives. but the way that he did the bevels on these, you get that rounded grip feel, but you also get the thinness of that. I mean, that would be a huge thick scale
Oh,
if
yeah.
it was rounded off.
I love flat
But
scales.
with this here, kind of replacing those look like thumb choils. Was that what you call it?
Yeah,
The indentations there.
I don't know the real name for that actually.
I've always
Scallop,
called- I've
thumb
always called-
scallop,
Thumb scallops.
Yeah.
I've always called them thumb choils, but that guy right there is it's a slicey knife, and I love this finish. It's so cool.
I'll have to do more of that.
You even ground it off there so you can
90 degrees,
90
yeah.
degree it. I
So
love
it's a
it.
bushcrafter knife, but it's not bushcrafty. There's no Scandi
Yeah.
there, but that's a great field knife.
You can do whatever you want to with this knife.
Oh yeah.
80 CRV2.
Yep, 3/16. So it's a thick boy.
It's a beast.
I think
my
the ones that I'm ordering, the water jet blanks, are a little bit thinner,
Yeah.
but they're still going to be pretty stout.
Yeah. They'll be,
Not a lot thinner. I think I did 5/30 seconds on
5/30
those.
seconds.
Yeah. So they're a little bit lighter weight, but still super tough.
well, there's Overton Windex himself.
Overton Windex. What's
Yeah.
up, man?
I was showing, I don't know if he's got to see this one yet or not. I think I showed it to him on the website. This guy right here is right up Overton's alley, I think.
The Gar.
The Gar. That's just deadly right there. I think that's an Overton knife.
Think so?
I think so.
All right, this one is.
Oh boy.
This is
This
a
one's not on the
special
website
one.
either.
Yeah, it's not on the website yet.
So,
This is like a custom piece.
yeah.
It's not going to be in the normal lineup, but this is my favorite kind of knife. I love the antique ones, so I had to make a traditional type Puko.
Stacked leather.
Stacked leather, hidden tang with the brass cap, and this is antique Westinghouse ivory linen micarta.
Rare as hen's teeth.
Yes, extremely expensive material, but I love traditional Pukos. This is pretty close to traditional. Lots of them had this flared pommel on the end,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of them are bone and antler,
Yeah.
like that other company. What's that company called? Not Hele, but the other one. I can't remember the name now. Karasawando
Yeah.
has some with the bone pommels that
I
are
like
flared
this.
like this.
This gives you the kind of that wood vibe.
Yeah.
But it's more very finished.
I
This
love
thing
that.
Is perfect.
I love
This
it.
is one of, I mean, I don't know how hard it is to do stacked leather like that, but you did a really good
It's
job.
not super hard, but I really love stacked leather. You know, going back to that whole antique knife thing, man, the old marbles wood crafters,
Yeah.
those are my favorite knives ever. And stacked leather is going to be a big thing on the custom side of my knives going forward. But yeah, Puko, going to be on the website soon. 3/16, 80 CRV2, hard taper.
Got radio made easy in the chat.
What's up, Evan?
Yeah, so Evan's on his way to teach a class in Minnesota. If you guys want to get on a radio class in Minnesota, it's probably sold out, but you could beg. He's on the drive right now. He said Tony says it's got a Mora feel to it.
Yeah, so Moras are technically Pukos, I guess. They're modern adaptations of it. If you go back 100 years in Mora, most of them looked like this, but they had like stacked birch bark handles, which is something I want to get into also.
I like the leather, which I'm a sucker for anything leather.
Yeah,
like
the leather
stuff.
gives it more of a Americanized Puko feel, so I get to mix that old European and old American style together, which I'm a nerd on the old type stuff, so getting to mix those up.
Old at Heart says my primary trowel as a mason had stacked leather. Helps when grip when wet.
Yeah. I love leather, and this is just beeswax and buffed, and it feels great in the hand, and it won't absorb anything. So there's gonna be some more stacked leather stuff. I actually have one with me that's already sold. Another one.
Yeah, the bluegill got gone, and the Pisgah, both gone.
So we can show this, even though it's sold.
Oh,
This
guys,
is
you
like
shouldn't do
my
this to
take.
people.
Yeah, I know. So that's my take on a Marbles woodcraft knife, but with a Skagel style handle with the stag
bought
on the
this?
end. My stepdad's friend did.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
So you're getting into a very, very custom. This whole
Yeah.
is that
Copper guard.
Copper guard.
Yep.
Look at that, guys.
That's AEBL too. So it's like a
Really?
fancy version of a Marbles woodcrafter.
That is sick. Look at that. Stacked leather. Man, it's like perfect.
Yeah, it tapers
Fit and
down a
finish-
little
the
bit.
fit and finish is perfect. Well, you matched up that antler and everything.
So the guard stuff takes longer, clearly, but there will be more of this stuff because I really, really enjoy making these.
What's that knife you carry a lot with the guard?
Oh, that Lion Oregon
Lion,
Bell.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I wish I had it with me. That's a great
That's a-
knife. I love
kinda
that.
cool.
So I love hidden tank stuff.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be some more of that in the future too.
Yeah, but if you want a nice one of Taylor's nice leather stacked, I love that micarta, guys. Look at this.
And you know, even though it has fancy material, that knife is actually priced pretty reasonably
Very
at $325.
Yeah.
That would be a great Puko for anyone who's into
Look at that.
those.
Is that brass there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
thin brass
Yeah.
cap on that one, leather, and then that antique ivory Westinghouse linen with the brass pin.
Look at that. I love that right there. So, if you want it, email me or just wait till later today. I'll have it on the website. That is slick. Comes in a nice, what's that?
That's the Flectarn.
Reflect tarn.
Yeah,
That fits in there really nice too. Look at that. It just like,
just
It's like
kind
a
of suction
wedge. It
almost.
is.
Yeah.
look at that. Stevie says, I have a Puko with birch bark handle. Might have to get that one so I can have one with a leather handle. I think
Do
that's
it,
a
man.
fantastic idea.
Hey, can you send me a picture? Are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
If you follow me on Instagram, send me a picture of the birch
Yeah.
bark handle
Or just,
if you don't
just
mind.
email it to me and I'll send it to him.
Yeah, that
It'd be
too.
easier.
I'm always looking for inspiration on Pukos. I've got quite a few, and I got that Tipio Bakia
Yeah.
Puko that I love with the diamond shaped
I
handle.
like this.
Yeah,
I like that ivory micarta.
me too. It's expensive, so I use it sparingly. But
I wonder what some of that rag would look like. On the back of
Probably
that,
awesome.
Off those wheels.
oh yeah, I'm gonna try that soon.
That would be
That'll
slick.
be a pommel on something because it's thick enough. You know, I had to have at least an inch of thickness to do that kind of shaping. So
Old Heart says, "See, Battle, I have a background in manual labor, unlike yourself." oh, that's a burn. oh,
well, we only have 2 more knives left, and
Two
we have
more.
to save this one for the end. So I guess
wait. Oh yeah.
we have
So
to.
this is going to be.
I don't do stuff like this very often, okay? This thing is ridiculous.
So this one's going to be coming to the shop as soon as we get a sheath for it.
Yep, this is my first handmade leather sheath going on this. This is a monster of a knife. I think
What'd
it's.
you name it?
I don't have a name for this yet because it was supposed to be a one-off.
No,
But-
it's going to be a one-off.
I'm probably going to end up making more of these. It's kind of in between
This is a beast.
like a bolo and I don't know. It's like a bolo to me because it kind of tapers out
Yeah.
at the top. So, but that is 21 inches of what started as 5/16 ADCR V2. So it should be super heavy, but with that really high flat grind and the texturing on the spine, it is not. It's not
Yeah.
overly heavy.
See, guys, you get this, and you don't even have to. You don't have to lie to your wife anymore.
Terrible. But the handle
Yeah,
is
let's show it up. Front.
yeah, show it up for us. Yeah.
It glows
Don't cut
in
a
the
hole
dark.
in your computer screen.
Yeah, this thing is sharp. You cut the crap out of yourself.
I did.
This is actually glow in the dark,
Yep.
and it's cool. We were playing with it at Georgia Bushcraft.
So it glows blue. The underlayer is a blue glow, and the top
It's
is
crazy.
the forest green G10.
Andy Dickinson says, "Is that the one I held in Georgia?"
It
Yeah,
is.
the
It
one we held in
is.
Georgia. Yeah.
It's massive.
Yep.
The scale is even like a crocodile, he said.
He said, "Call it the Dundee."
Yeah. But this is the biggest knife I've ever made, hands
Ultra.
down.
So shiny it won't focus there. Look, it's got a nice. This is sharpened on up top too.
It's not sharpened, but it's ground
enough.
down to where you could sharpen
this thing
it.
is dangerously sharp.
It's huge.
It's huge.
Huge. Thought it was a sawback. No, so a lot of guys, like Primitive Woodsman, puts that really long fuller in his knives for weight reduction.
Yep.
And fuller, I love fullers. I'm not good at grinding them yet. but I love this flint knapped pattern on spines. It takes a lot of weight away, and it looks cool.
So this thing, you could, if you wanted to, order it in advance. It's going to be probably a couple weeks before we get the sheath and everything done for it. But what's this thing going to retail for?
$750.
$750. Yep. It's a kick butt deal, guys. It's a big knife. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of steel.
It's a lot of steel, and this is the first one. So you'll get number uno with this. Yukon says. What did he say?
Can we get a fundraiser to get that in Yukon's
Let's
hands?
see. Yukon says. What did Yukon say? Oh, that's a good looking knife. Just my size.
Just my size.
He said Silenus, it's Greek, was an elderly, fat, and bald figure who was often depicted with animal-like features.
Silenus. I like weird names like that. Like a lot of my stuff has local names from old stuff. I like that. Silenus.
That's pretty slick.
That is. Maybe
if you want it, send it. Remember, all of these knives that Taylor has, what we're doing during the stream today, people that watch it later on the 14th, if you put, like DH did when he bought this, you put, just put silver or Taylor silver in the notes, and we will include you an ounce of silver, a silver round with your order. I think that's fantastic.
That's a great deal.
Yeah, we don't mark knives down typically. It's not our thing. We'll run a little discount code with a couple of the guys for Microtech sometimes. But that's the extent of any of the discounts that we do. It is an absolute beast, Jeff.
I can't.
It's
see
$750.
Yeah, $750.
I think he meant to say puppy. That's a very Yukon thing to say.
I was trying to read that, and I was like, well.
And it's going to come with a really nice leather sheath, too. I thought it deserved a leather sheath.
Yeah.
And this here, so this next model, Maxilla says, how have you been doing, Taylor?
I'm good, man. I should know who that is, I feel like.
I'm sure you do. You know everybody. I
do.
can't go anywhere without somebody knowing freaking Taylor. So annoying.
I'm everywhere.
It's like, I mean, everywhere. And we just found out that his old name used to be Taylor Silver. So
yeah, Taylor Silver.
Like, that might explain a lot of it.
All right, one more. So it's not available, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is a new model that he's come out with, and
I'm excited about this one.
This guy is, it's sharp. Look at that. Now, talk to us about this, Taylor. Tell us where, why, all of that.
Well, I had to give Patrick.
No, don't give him.
I had to give Patrick some credit, okay? Because he's putting together.
His head's gonna get so big.
His ego is gonna get huge. But Patrick asked me to make him a 1700s knife to go with his like rendezvous setup, and I love the fur trade era. All the war clubs and stuff like that, and the Hudson Bay pattern stuff that I like so much. So this is my adaptation, as I want to call it, of a 1700s French long hunter. It was a knife that you would have seen during the fur trade era a lot on the frontier, in the north in Canada during all the fur trade stuff, and down here on the East Coast as well. It's pretty close to an exact copy of some of the ones that I saw.
Yeah. Well, weren't they using like kitchen knives and stuff?
It was
back then?
pretty close to a kitchen knife, man. The French kitchen knives were huge. The chef's knives, they were massive, like 12-inch blades and stuff. I cut the size down on this a little bit to make it a little bit more useful, not just a huge knife. So the blade's right around 7 inches of cutting edge, and the handle is long. If you grip it, you'll notice that this is the round part of the handle, kind of the pommel, is behind your hand, and that puts all the weight in the handle of the knife, so it's balanced crazy good, because the blade is only 1/8 inch thick, full flat grind, tapered, so you don't have a lot of weight out front. All the weight's in the handle. It's all in the handle. So this is probably my favorite knife that I've ever made. I'm big on the 1700s fur trade era. This knife makes me geek out. Yep. I love it. It feels good. It's usable. It's useful. It's not heavy. It's a full-size knife, if not on the large side of knives. I think it's 13 and a quarter overall.
That's an EBL too.
No, this is ACRV too.
ACRV,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. ACRV on these. So I am gonna be making more of these, and I've got a name for it already. I'm calling it Kohari,
The Kohari.
which is the Kohari River, North Carolina, which was also an Indian tribe. But I am enamored with this knife. I love it. And it'll come in Kydex, surprisingly. I was going to do leather for these, but they fit so well in Kydex and they carry well in the waistband, like concealed.
should.
It carries really well for how large it is.
It's crazy. That's a beast of a knife. What micarta did you use on that?
This is some vintage, I'm not calling it antique, I don't know who made it, but it is vintage burgundy with gold thread. It's kind of hard to see in the camera because the gold thread's really light. But the way that I ground the micarta, you get a different grain pattern on it. It looks kind of like wood.
Yeah, that's one thing that Taylor's really well known for is his micarta.
Yeah, I
You're
love
like,
micarta.
You're like Mr. Micarta, man.
We might run some of these to the website one day.
So we're actually going to be doing something. Overton Windex has requested something special, and it's not this one, but Taylor is very well known in the War Club community. So is this one for sale?
This one is for sale. I have one left. This is it.
All right, well,
Maybe we'll
let's
put it
sell
on the website then.
We'll put it on the website. This will be on the website. This is a full micarta War Club. Well, and tell us about the design. So the cool thing about these is this was actually something that was used
Yeah.
by Indians.
Yep. Woodland and Plains Indians both used a club similar to this, and that was rounded on the sides, of course. You know, it was like a root ball.
Yeah.
I left these flat, but this is 1.5 inch antique micarta, and
That's
it's
an
got
insane
some
amount of
weight,
money in
some
micarta,
weight
and
to
that's-
it. Yeah. I'm looking at ordering sheets of this stuff to make more, and it's ridiculous
It's
amount of money.
ridiculously expensive.
It's like $5,000 for a sheet. So this is some vintage micarta. I'm not sure if it's Westinghouse or GE or Textilite,
Doesn't matter.
but this is like indestructible
Yeah.
thing
Wait,
here.
people we were down at George Bushcraft. Joe Flowers was out slinging one around.
He was
beating
throwing
stuff
that
up with
stuff.
Max
I do
Zilla
remember
says-
you, Max. You must be Max from the gun store. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah,
Isn't
this
cool?
is
I'll give you a close up.
yeah. There you go.
Look at this. Look at the grain pattern. This is micarta, guys. This is not wood. That would crack
It's-
some
it's
skulls.
heavy.
Look at that.
So it's all faceted until you get to the grip point.
There's only one. You don't have any more material to make.
I have some material
you have some
left.
more to make these?
I think I have one more cut out in the shop, actually. I didn't get time to finish it before we left for Georgia, but these are a rare item for me. It's a lot of material and a lot of work.
Imagine that you have scout hair on it.
Yeah. These take hours and hours and hours to shape. Because the card is hard.
Ridiculous. It's so smooth.
It is. I love it, man. I'm.
You're the only person I've ever seen do these in micarta.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Because
The
it's
only ones
just
that I've seen make these things.
there's
That-
a
I mean, I've
few,
seen
yeah.
other people make, but you're the only person I know personally
Yeah.
that does it. Check it out, guys. What do you call this?
It's like a ball in the club, as they
Ball end
call
club.
them. Yeah, there's no cool name for them, unfortunately. But I'm big on this kind of stuff, and I love making war clubs. And you could destroy a car with that one. You cannot break that.
No, I don't know. How
You can't. A person can't exert enough force to break that.
Don't say that.
I'm telling you, if I can't break one, I don't think anybody can break one.
Somebody sees it as a challenge.
Yeah. The king dick.
Definitely aren't
It
going
is.
to hit a head.
The king dick. It is.
I know. That's why I said don't say that.
He said, "Bet." All right, send one to him.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you shoot it with like a Tenerife Lapua,
He'll find the friggin'. You don't do that.
No.
Like these people send him stuff. You gotta get over here. Yeah. You don't. I was cringing over here when you were saying that. I was like, oh no. Hey Max, just message him on Instagram.
yeah, Instagram. I think you have my phone number. You can text me.
You can, yeah. See, he'll find. You don't. Yeah, people send him stuff. Oh, this is unbreakable.
So it's got a lifetime warranty. Yeah, lifetime warranty on that. I'll give a lifetime warranty on it because I don't think a person you can go beat that against a driveway and it wouldn't break.
All right. It'll be on the website today.
I'm confident in that not breaking. It is so tough.
You can really hold it either way too.
Yeah.
But
It's a
really
little
cool.
phallic. It's a little phallic.
Oh man. Oh, this has been fun.
This
I've
is
had a lot of
fun.
fun with this. So, thanks for joining the live stream, guys. Remember, any of these knives that are on, including the War Club when it gets on there, put Taylor Silver or send me some silver in the order notes, and I will send you an ounce round of silver with your order. I mean, I get excited about that. So
I love silver.
I know, but I was trying to think of like things I could do like cool like that. That would actually be something people aren't going to like toss.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's expensive,
Yeah.
but I mean, I like silver.
Yeah. We need some custom Ridge Runner blades, silver rounds.
Since I've got access to an R1, an abandoned highway, and a watermelon.
R1, an abandoned highway, and a watermelon.
What was the knife in the black Codex?
It must have been this one, which is it's black multicam.
So there's two different ones. So
That's
you
not
probably
black
saw
Kydex, is it?
black G10.
Oh, black G10.
Yeah. So the GAR, might have been the one you were talking about. The GAR and AEBL.
Oh,
Check
I
that out.
see. Black.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
that's what he's talking about. But if you were talking about the black actual Codex,
It's black multicam.
this guy here was the bluegill, and this one's already sold. We'll have more of them soon, but this one's already sold. I do have a prototype of one of these. If you want one, send me an email and I might part with it if you want it. This guy was the URI. This is my favorite. I love that bank line. I love the matching. I love multicam black. Look at that! Look at the way the heat treatment like matches everything.
Yeah, that one has a really cool heat treat
Yeah,
finish.
so Jeff, this was the bluegill.
Yeah. So that's the only one, and it's sold, Jeff. But I'm going to be doing like 10 more of those, at least 10. Can I see the blade shape? Yeah, show the blade shape
Yeah,
again.
absolutely.
It's kind of like a rounded sheep's foot. I don't know what you would want to call it.
That's a really good way to describe it.
Yeah,
It's a
rounded sheep's foot.
But you can see the bluegill shape, kind of look.
Yeah. So I have a picture. I probably can't find it. We can post it though,
Yeah.
probably, of it next to a bluegill, and you can see where the inspiration came from.
that copper pin that he did in there. DH, you got a super awesome knife, man. I'm so glad this went to one of you guys on here.
I need to make one for me too. I don't have one.
Like I said, Jeff, if you want one, I do have the prototype. It's got a little bit shorter blade
Yeah.
than this one, but it was. I personally have it. If you want it, send me an email, jason@ridgerunnerblades.com. So I'm telling you, you're gonna have to do more Ultima. I don't care what you say.
I guess I need to find some.
You're gonna have to do it.
I need to find it in sheet form, I think, instead of just scales, because I'll only be able to get it in scales.
I've sold a bunch of the Ultima Combat Trudons.
Really?
Because of Luke or Overton.
Really?
Yeah, he does.
Ultima's a
So-
super cool material.
Don't forget, guys, this is going to be on here. I wonder how well.
I have a hard head, but I think the War
This
Club
would be
wins.
amazing to put in your truck.
Yeah.
Like
It's a tire checker.
tire checker. Yeah. But you could, well, I mean, the weight when you sling this thing,
It's
it is
all
like-
forward.
It is all forward. There ain't no backwards.
Yeah.
It's all forward.
It's a great blunt force object there.
It's pretty slick.
It's a lot of micarta.
Well, guys, we're going to get off here and film a couple of videos on these knives. Thought we'd do a live stream first just to get to talking and everything. Ultima War Cub, please.
Ultimate War Club. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if I can get it that thick. Would that be kind of cool looking though? Translucent. I'll see what I can do, Andy.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining the live stream. I really appreciate you guys, and we will see you next time. Probably tomorrow.
Cool.
Tomorrow's Saturday. No,
Tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.